Very good evening, friends. This is Sudhir Pai, CPA from MyTaxFiler. Hope you all doing well. I'm here to talk about cryptocurrency and its impact on taxes today. Today is March 15th, and it's the business tax deadline for S corporations and LLCs. So last week I talked about the importance of this deadline. So I hope those who heard me have thought of filing their tax return or an extension. If not, you still have time till 12 o'clock midnight. So please go ahead and file an extension or get your returns done. And if you need help, please contact us and we'll be more than happy to help. Now, coming to today's topic, cryptocurrency and how does it impact your taxes? I'm going to talk about that this topic, and before that, I would like to quickly, share with you all about MyTaxFiler and the affiliated companies. Under MyTaxFiler, we have multiple other businesses that are operating, and one is which offers CFO support, Global CFO Service, which is the franchising brand for the CFO support. Then we have an audit practice, and then we have the Franchise for Growth initiative, where we help business owners convert their businesses into franchises. And we as a company have 16 offices in the US and 2 offices in India. So we are very adequately, geared up to help you and your businesses with the taxes, bookkeeping, and payroll processing services, as well as audit services. So please do approach us if you need any help. Coming to the topic on cryptocurrency, what is the reason for all this talk about cryptocurrency? Now, this is a new concept, at least new in the sense, it's been there from the last 6-7 years. But still, it's pretty new in the market, not like a demat account or stock trading and things like that. And this trading of cryptocurrency is subject to capital speculation gains, which generates capital gains. Now, digital currency, which is basically Bitcoin and all the other cryptocurrencies, rose about 1,289% last year. It started at around $997 and gone up to almost in excess of $13,000. So this growth, which is 1,200% plus, has given rise to capital gains, and that capital gains have not been disclosed by many investors because they did not get their 1099 from the crypto exchange, and they were clueless as to how to handle the tax impact of this currency exchange, and some were very reckless. They did not include that income on their tax return, thinking that that's not going to be found out. Now that's one of the issue. The U.S. Secretary Stephen, he mentioned that Bitcoin would become the next Swiss bank account, and IRS estimates about $500 billion annually in just unreported wages alone. Meaning, companies are giving their employees instead of cash, they are giving it in Bitcoins or cryptocurrencies, and that is not being reported. No W-2s are issued, and with all that, it may have looked like there is tax evasion going on here. And from 2013 to 2015, less than 900 people have reported Bitcoin transaction on their tax return. So this tells us that very less number of taxpayers actually included their gain from Bitcoin on their tax returns. And 2018, as far as we think, is going to be a very enforcement driven year, and it is going to be difficult for those who have made cryptocurrency gains but have not included them in their tax returns. Now, cryptocurrency taxation rules. The cryptocurrency taxation rules say that any gain from the trading of cryptocurrency will be treated as a capital gain or a loss. And IRS issued a notification in 2014 that all the virtual currencies will be treated as property for tax purposes, such as land and other properties that we all know of, and cryptocurrency will be treated as a similar property for the purpose of taxation. Now, wages paid to an employee using a virtual currency will be subjected to tax Yeah, since it has not been included on the W-2, that could be an issue. And the actual treatment is any payments made using cryptocurrency to employees should be treated as wages. And payments made to contractors or service providers through cryptocurrency is also subject to taxation, such as the 1099 income that is usually given to subcontractors, that is subjected to taxes as well. What about cryptocurrency taxation on certain things such as airdrop, mining coins, initial coins, and things like that? There are different types of cryptocurrency. Now, all these airdrops are treated as ordinary income. Mining coins are considered as ordinary income too, and initial coin offering is not treated as funding capital, but they are treated as ordinary income to individuals and businesses. What about enforcement? We have seen a lot of enforcement right from 2017 November, and this enforcement started with a company by the name of Coinbase, a San Francisco-based company, being summoned on November 17th by the IRS to identify customers who transacted, which means bought, sold, and received at least $20,000 worth of Bitcoin between 2013 to 2015. Now, that's an issue because when IRS sends a summon, or it's called as a John Doe summon, getting all the information about the taxpayers who interacted with this particular company, Coinbase, that means that information is going to be used by IRS to send further summons to other investors in that particular exchange, Coinbase exchange. So we may see a lot more enforcement in 2018 because IRS is now working on all the data that they collected from Coinbase and few other exchanges as well. And this information is going to be used for sending the summons and notices for examination to all these people who exchanged and transacted in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency between the year 2013 to 2015. So it's very important that you don't get on the wrong side of the table. You basically have to ensure that you don't get audited before before you actually file the return. So better is you file your return and avoid the risk of getting audited and amend your past year returns if you had traded in cryptocurrency, so that any penalties such as substantial understatement penalty or negligence or disregard of rules penalty and interest is not charged. Net understatement of taxes is 20%. So if you have not included your income on your tax return, there could be a penalty of anywhere between 20 to 100% if IRS determines that you recklessly did not include the income on the tax return. What are tax planning tips and best practices for these who have got involved in cryptocurrency exchange or transactions? So first suggestion is that hold such assets or investments for more than a year, so that you end up paying long-term capital gains tax, not short-term or regular tax. Long-term capital gains tax is anywhere between 0 to 20%. So that's much lower than 37 or 39.6 for last year. Keep track of all the transactions. Don't assume that if the company or if somebody like Coinbase has not given you a 1099, you can ignore not paying taxes on them. So keep a track of all the transactions and pay taxes on the gains that you might have got. Set aside some money to pay the tax liability, so that you don't have a problem at the end of the year for not paying the taxes and paying penalties and interest for not paying the taxes on time. And also don't get tagged as a tax evader, because if IRS feels that you knew about this particular taxation law and you did not include that income in your tax return, then you could be termed as a tax evader. And American residents who have foreign currency assets such as bitcoins in other countries are required to file FBARs and 8938. So it is in your best interest to do all this and ensure that you don't get hit with any penalties or interest. So lastly, I would say without a doubt 2018 will be a landmark year for IRS enforcement of cryptocurrency gains. So as a taxpayer, you should stay ahead of the game rather than be reactionary. That would be my suggestion. I request that you keep thinking about your past and follow the rules for 2017. And if you want to get in touch with us, the best way to get in touch with us is contacting us by email at tax@mytaxfiler.com or visit our website mytaxfiler.com. We have 16 offices throughout the US um, and multiple offices in India as well. So you may want to contact us if there is a question or if there is a help that you need with your tax returns. Once again, thank you all for joining me on this small session on cryptocurrency exchange. I'll be talking every week on Facebook Live at 5:45. Please do join me and listen to some of the tax tips and tax best practices that I would be talking about. And hope this was useful to you. I look forward to talking to you next week. Thank you very much.